Good afternoon, guys. So we are here today with a whole bunch of realtors, and I've got Sahreen, I've got Seema, and I've got Saman over here. And today, there you go. You see our team. Today we're going to talk about why you need realtors and why is it important to work with realtors, not just going by and doing everything by yourself. Obviously, a lot of people try to do that, but there are a few things that we're going to talk about. So number one thing that I'm actually going to talk about is whenever you're selling a property, it is best to hire a professional or a realtor, because first thing that's the utmost important is your security. You don't know who's coming in your house, and you don't know who the person is. You don't want to be inviting strangers to your house. Okay, so that's very important. Who would like that? So when you have a realtor, they make sure that people who actually come into your house are well qualified and they're coming with somebody, so you don't end up losing your jewelry or you don't end up losing your precious things. So that is important. So this is what I'm going to tell you. So be safe. That's number one security thing that people choose to ignore. And it's always good to know that you're having someone that is trustworthy, and you're having someone who actually is not just a nosy neighbor, but actually is going to be buying your property. Okay, whether they like it or not, that's up to them. Okay. That being said, I'm going to invite Sahreen over, and she's gonna tell you a few things why you should have a realtor.
Hi guys, so we are back, rise and shine. As you promised, I would like to apologize first for being late. Sorry, it was the technical issues that we usually like that sometimes happen. So um, the very first thing I would say, it's just like with an example, it's just like going to a layman person, or you're going to reach a professional. For example, if you have a pain, you'll go and see a specialist or a doctor, right? If you have a heart problem, I'm not talking about a teenage heart problem, I'm talking about the real heart issues. So it's same as that scenario. We as a professional are accountable. We are abide by laws and rules by RICO, RIBA, KRIA, ORIA. So the services coming from us is highly ethical and professional. This is why you have to have a realtor rather than a layman person. What else I would say? Yeah, switch over to Shabazz.
All right, so I'm just gonna reiterate what she said. When you have a realtor that's actually working for you or selling your property, they're governed by provincial laws. They're governed by Real Estate Ontario or Canadian real estate laws. They're governed by the different acts. So they have to make sure that everything that's done is done in order, is done in prime fashion, is done by laws, by accordingly with everything that is there to govern it. So that is a very important thing to know, that nobody's first off, nobody's just going to walk into your house not knowing who that person is. Second, that whoever the realtor is, they're going to make sure that they have all those credentials. They've been doing that for some time. They're very well equipped in terms of legislation of provincial laws, or instead of Ontario Real Estate Association or Real Estate Council of Ontario. They are according to that. They make sure that everything is done right, and everything has to be done properly. So now I'm going to turn over to our other realtor. Her name is Seema, and she's going to talk about a few things.
Hello, everyone. I would just like to add that realtors actually do a lot of marketing for you. They use social media, they use MLS, um, and they also do all the paperwork for you, which is like nobody likes to do that, right? So we do the paperwork, we do all the agreements, which have many clauses, which laymen usually don't understand. So we are trained to read those legal documents, and we prepare those documents and prepare your offers, and then we make it happen, the sale.
Absolutely great. Absolutely great. So that being said, and I'll reiterate that she's brought a very, very good point to you, that whenever you're selling a house, so you don't want to sell a house just by saying you sold it. It has to have a process, which includes paperwork, which includes the pricing, which includes the deposits, which includes the conditions. That condition may include home financing, home inspection, and if there are any other inspection that may include, it could be environmental as well, depending on which property you're buying or where you're buying it. So as a realtor, they will take care of all that legal work stuff for you that has to be done or taking place. So nobody comes in and takes advantage of you. So that is very important. You can sell a house for whatever price, but if it doesn't close or you end up getting sued for a very small thing, then guess what? Whatever you sold it for, you haven't sold it. So it's not sold. So to avoid all these problems, SEMA has brought a very good point to you, that making sure that all the process is well taken care of in terms of papers, in terms of the clauses, in terms of the pricing, the deposits, and the different conditions that may be applicable to that particular sale that you're looking to get. Now, that being said, we have another realtor who's actually going to talk about this, and his name is Salman, and he's going to share some of the views. Why should you work with a realtor?
Hey guys, my name is Salman. I'm going to talk a little bit about the professional network that we real estate agents have with other organizations. So for example, if a property needs closing, then we can refer our clients to mortgage financiers. And also, if you need inspectors, we have a whole list that we can use to your advantage. So in other words, it makes more sense to work with a realtor because we can guide you through the process and we can provide you at every step what you need in terms of professionals that will work with you to your advantage. So if you work with your own, at your own, without any guidance or a realtor, then you are susceptible to a lot of problems, and that's going to cause problems in the long run. So my advice is to always go with a realtor because they will guide you at every step of the way, and they have access to a lot of people that they can give referrals to. And the best thing is, once you get a referral, those are also cost effective, because if you were to go and get those services, like as an example, if you were to get a home inspector service, it will cost you more, but if it comes to a realtor as a referral, you will save some money there as well. So that is something I like to share for you guys. So always go with a realtor. Thumbs up.
Well said. Well said. So I'm going to reiterate the same thing again. That Salman has brought a very good point to you, that if you need any other professional that is included, or that needs to be taken care of in the sale, that such as lawyers, such as a home financer, such as home inspector, we have good referrals to give you. So you're not going to be taken for a ride and paying $700 for something that's only worth $300, because we know the industry. So again, I'm gonna reiterate a few things. Number one, why you should work with a realtor. First, a security. That's the utmost important thing. You don't want strangers coming into your house and not knowing who they are, and you're not gonna be given the access to your own precious house, or hardened precious, or one of the best precious thing in your life. You're not gonna be given the access to just random people who just come in and look at it, and then guess what? They're gone, right? You could lose a lot of jewelry, or you could lose very precious things in the moment of that. So having a realtor is going to make sure that your asset is secured. Second point is that, as Sareen said, that you will be able to get a professional advice and professional comeback for it, or a professional outcome for it. And the third thing that SEMA has said, that paperwork is very important. It's going to be well taken care of. And fourth thing that Salman has said, that we can refer you other professionals as well. And that's up to you whether you choose their services or not, but at least we can advise you, and we can tell you what needs to be done. So let's add one more point.
So I want to add one more thing about, we do have an access of MLS system that I have some facts and figures that I would like to read for you. So when we go for Realtor.ca, we have got 264 million visits. That is higher than last year. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
And
that's okay. It's not a movie. Nobody's buying the tickets. We're going live.
Okay.
It's a free advice. Am I right? You guys want to say something? I mean,
you can. You're more than welcome.
Yeah.
And then,
but if there's a hate comment, we're gonna ignore you. Just so you know.
So that's a very key thing when you're listing through a realtor, that we have a database of MLS that provide us your house a complete coverage, and it's promote you, because there's thousands and millions of views on that. Plus there's 72 million users of realtor, and then the realtor.ca also 264 million visits, and then 5.3 billion page views every
That's every month.
Okay.
That's every month.
Just want to make sure it's correct.
Yes.
So this is something you always want, right? So and then in that way you'll get a good price of your house, and then you project it nicely through us, right? So
Absolutely said. Another great point. Why would you not have? Why would you not want to have your property be, being advertised properly? Why wouldn't you want more people to look at it so you can get a better price? Why would you not do that? That's up to you to answer that question. Because if it was my property, I would definitely like it to be advertised everywhere and get the best price that I can possibly get. So sometimes you might be selling a property that you think is 500,000, but you could probably get 600,000 for that, and you lost that 100,000 just because you thought you were saving money, but no, you weren't, because you did not get the professional to do that for you. That being said, it was a lot of fun today being on, giving some few tips and tricks to our audiences. If you have any questions, you can please type it, send it to us. We do deal with in pre-construction condos as well, such as district exchange. If you want to get anything regarding those condos, or if you're still interested in getting some, we do have the access for it. So send a message and let's see what we can do. Anything else anybody wants to add?
don't forget to thumbs up and like our videos. We will be live again with a good, excellent topic to help you. And we do need suggestions. If you need information on any particular topic, please do contact us. My team would like to say bye to you guys.
We would just take questions too. If you have any questions, we can answer it right now. If anybody is watching have any questions.
I'll probably say I'll leave you with the thought, to think over about when you're selling your property, always go with a realtor, because believe me, it's the best thing to do.
So what he's trying to say is realtor.
Realtor.
That's what you need to do. Any questions?
Okay, we'll be back again next week.
That was his line, by the way. I don't want.
You took it, you stole
I don't want to say I stole it, but you could go ahead and say realtor.
Realtor.
There you go. So 2 thumbs up, like the video, and send us more questionnaires. Don't just sit there and look at the video.
And if you have any ideas what topic you want to hear more about, we can answer those questions as well. Next week again, same time, or maybe a little bit earlier, we'll be here.
Absolutely. So you can search us as soldbigrealty.com, or actually send us a request on this page that you're just looking at, and we can always come back with more stuff. So, and we love catering to the live audiences who ask questions, and if there are any topics you want us to cover, like Seema and Sarina said, we can definitely do so.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Great talking
Bye.
to you guys.
Great talking to you guys. Have fun. Stay tuned until next time we come around.